This summer was my 15-year anniversary with Operation Christmas Child, and I had no idea it would get this big. When I applied for the job, I didn't hear anything for about 3 months, and so we went on a family vacation that had been planned for a year to California, and in the middle of that, I get a phone call asking if I could be in Tacoma for an interview the next week. So we ended up cutting our vacation short, and we left Redding, California at the crack of dawn, drove straight to Tacoma, but not enough time to drop the family off or change clothes or take a shower. So I walk into the interview, t-shirt and shorts and windblown hair and sweaty, and my family, I'm thinking about them in the car, and I say, "Hi, I'm Cheryl Pearson, I'm here for the job." Not looking anything qualified like the job I was there to get, but God had other plans. And I got the job, and a few years later was offered the role of a regional manager, which meant traveling quite a bit more through the Northwest and overseas every so often. And I show up every day. I often doubt if I'm the right person for the job, but God has worked it out. He's faithful, and I see what He's doing on a big scale. My job, which is emails and phone calls and spreadsheets and a monthly report, and it's kind of tedious. It's a lot of office work. Not my favorite, but I love the relationship part, and God works through all that, and I can see Him working on a large scale. On one of my trips overseas, I got to go to Uganda, and there was a little boy in our distribution. There were about 200 kids in the room, and everybody had a name tag on, so we knew who they were. We could talk to them, and his name said Stuart, real big across his tummy, and I thought that was a little bit of an unusual name for the middle of Uganda. And as we opened their boxes, we're showing the kids how to play with the yo-yo or play with the jump rope, and we noticed that the top of his box was the book Stuart Little. And we all just like, "No way, did you see that? Did you see that?" Out of millions of boxes that were given that year, hundreds of thousands that were on one sea container to Africa, thousands that went into the country of Uganda, down to this particular distribution in that school with that little boy. You start to see how big God is. How did that happen that his box, the boy was Stuart, and his name tag had Stuart Little in his box. So he was known, he was loved, and that's the goal of Operation Christmas Child, to let kids know that Jesus loves them. Since 1993, over 135 million shoeboxes have been given out, and that's cool, that's a great statistic, but the goal is evangelism, and hundreds of thousands of kids have come to know Christ through it. The discipleship program that we have, it's a huge, big deal. God is doing that, and I get to watch it. I get to see and be a part of it. So I know that when we're faithful and we show up, God works all those little details for His kingdom, and maybe even spreadsheets.